Okay, we're going to go over the seventh race from Pimlico yesterday. Optional claimers, 40,000. Turf race, 8.5 furlongs. I'm going to try to make this short and sweet. I've done a little preliminary work here, scratched a couple horses out, the red ones, highlighted top 2 early, top 2 late, and the top 5 PSV numbers. It's kind of what I do is go top 4, top 5, depending on the field size, and kind of handicap those horses from there, and then figure out how I'm going to build my wagers. And I'm usually an exacta player or a multi-race wager player. One of those two is usually what I play. Other stuff too, but those are my main wagers that I play. So real quick, the top 4, if you're looking at the pace of the race over here, nothing extreme to me that would suggest you got to favor early or late, because there's not a lot of 7s or 8s, or there's not a lack of numbers over 5s or anything like that. You got a couple E's running, some EPs. So I would move over to this column in the PSV. So doing that real quick, the top horse, Tulane, was your top late horse. Performance figures are there, dropping a little bit coming out of a allowance race. That would be the concern. 181 days off. Not horrible, I guess, depending how much you stress that layoff line, but definitely a contender. Graham Motion, Manny Franco. Move to the inside. This was the horse that really interested me in this race. All the numbers are there. I don't have a problem throwing this race out. It was on the dirt. Comes out of a stake race. His record's there. This was a horse this would have been my pick right here in the race. He finished second and paid good, paid like $8 to place. And then moving down to Shadow Sphinx, coming out of that grade 3 morning line favorite. Again, the figures are there. Definitely a contender, definitely somebody you got to use. Dr. Davis, this horse was a sprinter stretching out. Didn't have a 0 for 2 at the distance. He does have a win on the surface. A little bit lower figure when he for his best on the turf. But this is where you got to make your decision. Are you okay including this horse? This number suggests to include him, and thankfully I did include him on a little pick 3 because he won and paid, I believe it was $47 to win. Unfortunately, the other two parts of my pick 3, the big favorites won the other 2 races, so it still paid okay. Not as much as you might hope for, but I think it paid $40 or something for 50 cents. So he wins the race. The one horse ran second. The excuse me, 1 second. I'm sorry. The 5 horse Shadow Sphinx ran third, and the 4 ran fourth. So the top 4 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy down here in Courage ran out. That the outside draw, he was definitely a consideration. If I would have done something where I was going 5 deep, I would have used him for sure. But I didn't do anything 5 deep. I used these 4 horses on a pick 3. So yeah, it ended up 2, 1, 5, 4. So if you just using the numbers, stressing value, you did very well here. The $1 exact at 2-1, if you came up with that combination, paid $194 for a $1 ticket. The trifecta 215 for $1 was $651, and the superfecta for 10 cents was $169 for a dime. So might have been hard to get that 2 on top, but if you're doing some things like boxing horses or keying horses, wheeling horses, very gettable using the numbers, and it paid extremely well. So good luck to everyone. I'm probably going to post here shortly a preview of the Preakness today. No surprises coming. Mage looks pretty good in there. So, but I'll post a little preview of that here in a little bit. All right, thanks everybody. Good luck.